This is Spooning, edition 48 of our careers. Pretty exciting to be here. If you're listening, please send us a text or a message, not for questions, just to know that it indeed worked. The stream does indeed work today because we had some issues with that last time. So yeah, this is Spooning. We'll get started pretty soon, but welcome Ryan and Cal, our pretty consistent contributors, and then we have a new face or new voice on the show this week. So welcome Noah Ford.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, we'll do our normal routine. We'll go highs and lows. Ryan, you want to kick it off?
Hi. So yeah, I guess a high for this week was meeting with my independent study on racial microaggressions against Black Americans.
Nice.
And we had a very, very productive meeting. And yeah, it's just kind of fun, like, to meet once a week with this group and, like, see what we've been, like, working on. So we've set up, like, 4 surveys that we're going to be, like, putting out online to get some more
Surveys?
Surveys, but yeah, like, some more, like, input on the scale that we're creating to test microaggressions. But yeah, my professor, he's just a little goofy. He's like...
Who is it?
Chuck Huff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, he likes to rest, like, his crotch on, like, on the table.
Oh,
he just kind of, like, likes to put it out there.
That's fun.
And the female in our group is just kind of, like, put off by it.
Right.
She's kind of taken aback.
I'd be put off by it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
To be frank, yeah.
So,
Okay.
yeah, that's usually, like, the discussion after our meeting. It's just, like, how weird it is that he does it every week.
Okay.
So,
Cool.
But yeah, low.
On the independent study, though, that's I really like mine. You know, it's nice to just have, like, that independence, I guess. Like, not have a lecture and just kind of go your own direction.
Yeah, and it's definitely a different relationship with the professor also. It's more casual, but at the same time, both parties, like, kind of have this, I don't know, you're really, like, gosh, I'm blanking on the word, but, like, invested, there we go. Really invested in, like, this unique subject, so it's really cool to be working side by side with them rather than being taught by them.
Sure.
Yeah, low, I don't know. I didn't get as much sleep as I wanted to, so I guess that's kind of my low.
That's tough.
Yeah,
Also, my Tide stick did not work for you, so I'm sorry about that. It did not get the stain out of that shirt.
Stain, no.
How long was the
I
stain?
apologize.
Oh, it was a big stain.
No, but like, how long had it been? Was this like I let it
was-
sit for a year, now I'm going
It
to
was
try
like
to
a
tie
12.
stick
It was like a 12 to 48 hour stain, I would say.
Okay. So,
I spilled a glass of wine on my shirt 3 years ago. And
yeah. We're going to see how this works. No, I do have some sympathy, though, because, there was some haste in trying to get it out.
Yeah, no, the issue is when my mother sees the stain,
Okay.
and
Ooh.
she's not going to be happy.
I've
How
never.
often does your mother check your clothes?
I mean, like, whenever I go back for spring break, I bring my stuff back, and like, here, I've been doing this for 6 weeks, it's your turn.
You could just leave
really
it in your
funny.
dorm, maybe.
I think that's what I'm going to be doing, yes.
I've never actually seen a Tide like stick work.
No.
Like you see,
That's
you
a
watch,
thing, too.
you watch the commercials, and
Yeah.
it's like, oh my gosh, like that was like you just erased that stain from that shirt. Like it looks brand new, but not the case. I tried last night. I bought a white T-shirt for my interview today, and I for some reason it got like a brown stain on it, and I just couldn't, not even close to getting that. I think it actually made it worse. It just smudged it up.
Yeah, I think it actually might just be like a white Crayola marker. Like, it looks like one. So,
Right, that would work better.
Yeah.
Honestly, maybe just get a white crayon.
Yes.
I'm gonna do that next time.
So you're telling me those 2-minute YouTube ads for the Tide Challenge are just a bunch of baloney, basically?
I think so.
Great
yeah.
advertising.
Yeah.
We felt it.
Yeah. All right, welcome Noah Ford.
Thank you,
high
thank
and
you.
low.
Hi. See, like, honestly, my semester's been a little just, like, steady.
Okay.
Don't have very many, like, ups and downs with difficult classes or big intramural games or anything like that.
You're saying when you play us, it's not a big game. Is that what you're saying?
That's what I'm saying. This semester, I haven't played you.
Oh.
So, like, that would be my high usually, but
sure.
I don't have that in my life anymore. I would say the high, honestly, like this pizza right now, because like
Okay.
I've just been eating the calf a lot, and you get
Okay.
sick of the food. And
yeah.
If any of the KSTO managers are listening right now, that was a metaphor.
the pizza I had,
Yeah, the pizza
today,
he
it
had
was great.
earlier
Yes.
was really good.
Yes.
Yeah, it looked good.
Completely.
Uh-huh.
Also, just I've been living vicariously through the Gophers and the Timberwolves, and they've kind of picked it up lately. 538 now has Timberwolves at a 7% chance to make it to the playoffs, up from one a week ago.
Okay,
So, you know,
that's with the trade of Boogie to
yes.
the team.
So all
Wait,
things
Bogus-
considered,
yeah.
it's a 6% game. So it's another high. Gophers, just like Lenardi has them as like a 6 seed in the bracket right now. So
Wow.
big things.
Yeah.
Yeah, big things. But nothing about me really. So I had to find highs from other people. Low, also steady. Tolliver's lectures can be a little too much.
Interesting
for me.
perspective.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're not in the same class, are we?
I think different sections.
Okay, different section. Good.
And then I also have a 3-hour class after having 2 1.5-hour classes on Thursday. So 6
Oh.
hours of class, just drains me.
Yeah, so you're in Tolliver's class. It's obviously not ideal for class size because you have 60-plus students.
In like a 40-person classroom. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, and so if you don't like the lecture, why'd you take the course?
I should say I like the lecture. I like the guy, but I think they get stuck on a topic and it kind of just goes for 30 minutes with like different alterations from different people.
Yeah,
but, like,
is it
people
the
could all
same
be saying
people
the
every
same
time?
thing. Yeah.
Okay,
He is nuts. I'm just gonna say that right now.
yeah.
Yeah. Like the issue
My
was
sister's
but
listening,
intelligent.
and
Yeah,
my
intelligent.
sister's listening, and that's his favorite professor, or her favorite professor.
Yeah, he's cool, but like kind of like what Noah said, like you get stuck on a subject. But the issue is sometimes the subject is not even related to environmental ethics.
And in the end,
sometimes.
it's a class, so you kind of have to keep it with some progression or path, like some. I'm saying very like low
Well-
standards or parameters, and I know you probably disagree with me, but it's just that I think, especially, I'm not a very, very like structured syllabus guy. But
You're not a very
Oh my
no,
gosh.
no.
Oh, that's
And
interesting. I would have thought you would.
That's what I'm saying. Interesting. And someone like me, who's not the syllabus kind of guy, is saying that this class needs more structure. So I
Okay.
think that's where I have that authority.
I was gonna say like we usually have a segment called things I hate, and that would be like the thing I hate is that he has a syllabus. It is useless.
Okay.
He's.
Sorry, I shouldn't have interrupted.
He
Continue.
sends out an email. No, he sends out multiple emails every day. You're not sure which one you're really supposed to read, or like
It's
what
in all
is.
caps essential.
Yeah. So is that actually like is that the reading for the next day, or like you
But I
never
don't
know.
think he cares either is the thing. And that's what he thinks you think as well. It's like, you probably should read this. This might be kind of an enlightenment in your life, but
Yeah.
there's not the dates
Okay.
don't seem.
I don't
I
even
have-
know what chapter to read in his book every week, like, or every class. Maybe you know, but I don't.
No.
I have a question for you guys.
Yeah.
How often do you participate in the class? How often do you raise your hand and bring a point to the class?
I just feel like so many other people kind
So
of
that
fill
was-
the air. And okay, is this supposed to be yes or no?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
well,
yeah.
You got limited airtime. You're right.
Yeah.
No.
No.
I have said my name. He goes around asking everybody
Yes.
to say their
Yes.
name once,
Okay.
and that I say my name.
So,
I even had trouble with that
Good
one
job,
day.
Brian.
perhaps, maybe just try, participating in the class. Maybe that'll make you more engaged in like the class more.
He did send out an email today saying that he would like more participation, more other than like a few loud voices.
Yeah.
But the issue, I'm also in the 150 lecture hall, and it's just very intimidating trying to speak out to
See-
a very large.
But even just
When-
time, too. When you have an hour and a half for 70 kids, he's going to lecture for half of it. So, like, we've got 45 minutes now.
I'm not saying you do
and
it every
70
time.
people we need to talk.
I'm saying, maybe once a week, you participate. For me, when I took that course, it really wasn't about. Oh, I thought you were like biting your lip. When I took that course, it wasn't about the environmental ethics component. It was about just like practicing, like communicating my thoughts like to a big group of people. So I don't know. That's how I kind of saw the course, and it made me enjoy it. And I think he's a really, really smart guy, really funny guy.
And I think that would be enhanced by having a 20-person kind of seminar with him. So I think he should be more restrictive. And he said he's rejected one student, and I want to know who this kid is.
What do you mean?
He's never said no to anyone who wants to be in the class
Yeah.
except one person. And so, like, I want to know what this kid did. Like, did he come in his office and say, like, "Screw you, let me be in your class," or
I
He feels pretty guilty about it.
I showed up on the first day with an ad slip that he
Yeah.
signed it.
And I'm sure in that class there were people sitting on like the staircase.
I
Yeah, of
made
course.
sure
Yep.
I was the first one. Like I was
Okay.
the first in line to get that
But it
signature.
doesn't matter. You could be the 82nd. He's going to take
Yeah,
it.
I hear they're changing the rules with adding classes after the fact because of his class.
Okay.
And because professors get intimidated when someone's physically in front of them and they just have trouble saying no, I think.
Okay.
That's a good point, I think.
Yeah, I mean, it's absurd. He has a third section now. You know, he
Oh,
started
yeah,
the
and he
third
just
section.
created it.
Yeah, he just not getting paid extra to do that
Yeah,
section.
he was very clear on trying to say that he wasn't getting paid extra.
I talked to him in the cage, just like ran into him, and he seemed like really like kind of like out of place, like disheveled. He was like seemed very stressed.
I
by the
feel
whole
like that's
situation.
him all the time, though. Like, I feel like he never really has a complete control of his emotions.
Okay.
Yeah, but you may know him better than I do. I've just known him for 3 weeks.
Yeah,
or
so next
how
week
many.
we'll devote the entire hour to a psychoanalysis of Charles Tolliver.
We should get him in.
Can we block
Let's,
out another hour? We might need like 3.
Let's finish the highs and lows. So
Fair.
welcome back, Calvin.
Glad to be back, Dan. My high from the last week was maybe the 3-on-3 basketball charity tournament
Ooh,
that took
yes.
place
Thank
last
you, Cal.
Saturday. Noah was on my team as well as Hayden, and we managed to progress to the champions bracket. There was 3 possible brackets from subsequent to pool play, and on tie breaks we squeezed our way through to the champions bracket, where we subsequently lost to the basketball team's 3-on-3 squad. But
And it wasn't just a loss, because like it was up to 11, right? For the first rounds. And
Yeah,
then
it's up to
15 the
11
second.
for the
We were winning at
pool play.
11 in this championship. So
Yeah.
like it was a game.
And Hayden told me he like scored the 11th point or 10th, 11th point, and he like shook like Sam Lagas' hand.
yeah, he's like, game or whatever. And they're like, no, we're going to 15.
Oh,
and
that's too bad.
yes.
That's funny.
It was, and then we knew we probably were going to lose after
Okay.
that. So
Yeah.
it was just emotionally draining to
Right.
realize
Yeah.
that
I
we
get
hadn't
it.
actually won. So, but it was a fun experience nonetheless.
And for charity too.
Oh, for charity, of course.
There you go.
We each paid our $2 entry fee, and
Okay.
that wasn't just because it was mandatory. That was because we were truly committed to the cause.
Right.
Which I
And-
can't even remember what it was.
They should have upped their prices. Was my first thought.
Okay.
Yeah, there's good participation. They probably could have
Yeah.
got away with like $3 or $4.
Okay. And speaking of charities, just a shout out to my charity on the show. It's called Dan Hagen Needs to Buy New Shoes. So I went to my interview today with my roommate's shoes, and they were kind of falling apart at the seams. So it's a fully accredited nonprofit. Well, partly accredited nonprofit.
501c.
Yes, that
Okay.
word was yes. That's what.
Toss
Yeah,
me
that's
that.
what it is. 501D or C.
C.
C. Yeah. So just send money to my PO box, Daniel Hagen, not the athletic trainer. That's very important. Not the athletic trainer, the student. 1500 St. Olaf Avenue, Northville,
Yeah.
Minnesota.
Do we have like a
55057.
GoFundMe or anything like that?
We'll be starting that up
Okay,
next
okay.
week. Yeah.
You know, the NCAA would probably be pretty skeptical if the trainer started getting cash donations in their PO box. There could be some very sketchy
You
things going on.
single-handedly get the St. Olaf trainer fired.
And then our sports teams start getting better all of a sudden, and then
Yeah,
And-
because doesn't tell everyone that they have a concussion.
Yeah, you're low, Cal.
Oh, my low, yes. Also laundry related, I would say. Our bottom one, there's only one laundry machine on our floor, and that one was being used, so I went up one floor to the girls, and I didn't realize that their dryer wasn't working. So after I washed my clothes, I put them in the not working dryer. The timer was still working, so I ran for 45 minutes, and then I went back, and I had really soggy clothes. And then I had to do another wash dry cycle because I just couldn't, there was no drying the sogginess, kind of out of it at that point. So that was just a time expensive experience and not an enjoyable one because I had to handle a lot of soggy girls' clothes the whole time.
So I would say, like, usually, in most cases, obviously, when you press the button,
Yeah.
you hear the machine
sound, yeah.
starts, like, usually starts
But
up.
they have two up there, so like there's
Okay.
already some sound going from the one running.
Okay.
So I don't know. And then I'm in that mindset where I'm just assuming it's going to work too, I
I've
wasn't
learned-
vigilant enough, you're right, though, about listening to the
Yeah.
specific sounds.
I've learned from freshman year is to never assume
Yeah.
anything when doing laundry at St. Olaf.
Yeah, and then I went and looked at their custodian sheet that they have in the door, and they'd written down "dryer doesn't
There
work,"
we
and I'm
go.
like,
That's a
"Yes,
shame.
there we go."
Dang.
But I mean, if that's the low for the week, it's been a decent week. So
Definitely. Yeah, thanks, Cal. My high of the week. So I have this internship at this radio station, KYM, and 95 The One, if you're interested. And this week, well, I was there Tuesday and Thursday. On Thursday, there was, as you guys know, there was the Angela Davis speech that happened on campus. And I just thought it was really interesting that I kind of did perhaps the antithesis of that speech. And for my internship, I went to the police station in Northfield, and they were just handing out awards to the policemen there. And it was just, so we were doing just some reporting, taking some pictures, and it was cool to see these policemen and hear their stories. This one guy saved, this one cop saved a black man from the Cannon River. He was drowning. And was able to save his life. And then similarly, there were two more cases. One was of the same guy did CPR on someone who was dying and saved his life. The guy had 3 kids and still alive. So and then there another example of saving a guy who was attempting to commit suicide. So it was just really cool. To see those awards and I haven't really had much interaction with policemen, thankfully. It's probably a good thing, but it was cool to put people to a job, because I really haven't had much experience with policemen. So it was just a really cool perspective. I just thought it kind of paired well. I wasn't able to make it to the speech on Thursday. Did anyone make it to the speech?
I watched it a little bit about online.
Okay.
I didn't see the whole thing.
Okay, yeah, it seemed like a really cool thing, but I just thought it was kind of funny. Angela Davis is the civil rights activist, and I kind of did, something kind of the opposite of that, but also a good thing.
What do you mean by the opposite? I know she was like a Black Panther supporter involved, and there wasn't a positive interaction with police on her part, but
right. So I'm just kind of thinking of the current national climate of this Black Lives Matter movement with Angela Davis kind of maybe not being a spokesman of that, but certainly representing the sentiment of a lot of Black people across the nation.
definitely.
So for me, it was just seeing these policemen. It was just kind of I just thought it was a really interesting I guess I say it again, antithesis of her speech. And it was cool, they were so cognizant of, the current situation. They're it's getting tough. We're getting a lot of bad rap. There's accusations of racism all across the country. But they were but I think they might be an anomaly, but in this community, they seem really highly respected, and people seem to really like the policemen there, and they're really gregarious fellows, really good guys. So it was cool to see them. That was a long high. My low, I can't really think of one. I have a Kierkegaard class, and I didn't make it to a single lecture this week. Nor did I make it to one last week. So that's 6 consecutive classes that I haven't been to. Out of my control for the most part. He had the flu a couple times, and then I had a couple interviews, and then a couple and a lunch meeting. So it's just a weird string of events. So I just don't know what to think about that class, because I don't need it to graduate, but just kind of in a weird place with that right now. Cool. So those are the highs and lows. We'll transition to our next segment.
Oh boy.
The second longest tenured segment, I believe, on spooning. So welcome, Dr. McElrath.
All right, so this is Ask the Mac. It is the segment where you, the listeners, send in your questions via email, and I try to answer them at the best of my ability. I should mention that I'm not a licensed psychologist, and the views and opinions from this segment are not necessarily the ones of the St. Olaf campus. So, with that being said, we're going to jump right in. We have one that is untitled, but it is Crazy question, but is it possible my dog is homosexual?
That's the question.
That's the question.
So I believe science says that it is possible.
All right. Well, we'll see that. We'll come to that conclusion at the end. There's more to it.
Okay. I apologize.
Yeah. No. So
I'm sorry.
here it is.
What are the source of these questions? I
Viewer submitted.
Yeah, viewers submitted.
okay.
We give them random names to preserve the anonymity.
Yes.
Yeah.
So crazy question, but is my dog a homosexual? I swear he's always trying to hump my boyfriend's leg, but never once has he tried to hump mine. We were just joking around and saying that he was gay, but in all honesty, is it possible? I don't care if he is. I will still love him in the same way, but I do want some pups eventually. What do you guys think?
Okay.
So there is some
so
evidence.
I think she's misinterpreting what homosexual means in this context. Because if her dog was truly homosexual, he would be infatuated with other male dogs. But it looks like it's a male human that the dog is humping.
that is
correct.
true.
Yeah.
Like a reverse bestiality kind of situation.
Right. So I don't think male dogs are able to discern male or female humans when it comes to that. I could be wrong. I've never had a dog, so I wouldn't know.
But even if it's not aware of this fact, it could be reverse bestiality while also being homosexuality. Because homosexuality just means the same gender across, right?
Well,
And that condition is met, regardless if the dog is consciously saying, as he humps the leg, I'm doing a homosexual act.
So you're saying despite the species, which species are interacting, if it's truly the same gender, then it would be homosexual regardless.
Yes.
That's what you're
Yes.
saying.
Yeah.
Okay. I
about
can
that.
see
While
that.
also being,
Sure.
I don't know if is bestiality just going across these things, across these boundaries of man and dog, or is it more of a direction?
I'm not familiar really with the term.
I feel like most scientists don't give animals the credit of that conscious like a bestiality kind of fetish or something. They just kind of react on instinct, while maybe humans have a conscious desire for
Right.
that they can act on. I don't know. I'm not sure on that.
So I would say you really can't. I would say you really can't tell. I think you should get a female dog.
Get
in
a
there
female
and
dog and see
and
if
see the
if he
interest.
humps, or get a male and female dog and see which one.
Oh, see which
goes
one he
after.
chooses.
Yeah, do a little experiment.
I would maybe do like paper mache. Like you build a female dog and you build a male dog and see which one he's more attracted to.
But then we don't know if dogs can discern paper maches from humans.
That would be a very.
we
that
we
is
could
very good to
spray
think
some
of.
scent,
Yeah.
a male and
Okay,
female
okay.
Yeah.
scent on it or something
Yeah,
like
very
that.
scientific.
One thing I was thinking though is, I think that humping could sometimes be a power display and not necessarily a sexual act.
Oh,
So the
yes.
reason that he's doing it to the boyfriend is because, assumedly, you'd already set up the power hierarchy between the owner and the dog.
Sure.
Well,
Of course.
this new person, it's not necessarily established yet, so could be jockeying for position, literally, kind of.
Oh,
Wow.
that was eloquent.
Yeah,
Thank you,
I
Cal.
don't know
Yeah.
what to say.
Okay, so we've got a second question here.
Sure.
It's titled "Urgent, Please Help." This is coming
Is it all
from.
caps but from Tolliver?
It is all caps. It's not from Tolliver. It's
Okay.
from one of our
Oh.
younger viewers.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know
Viewers?
how he figured or
Listeners.
found us, but you're right. Okay, so hi. When I was 7, my best friend Jenny moved away. I know she was a girl and I was a boy, but it was okay. She was cool. I heard she was coming back, and I was excited to see her and all, but I know my friends won't let me hang out with the girl, or else they'll call me gay. So I thought I could just dress her up as a boy. But when she came back, she looked really different. She even had boobs, and the O's are actually zeros.
Thank you for.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So how the heck am I gonna hide those? I already messaged her to come over, but I don't know what to do. Will my friends call me gay?
This is from a girl viewer.
Also, is this a themed week?
Yes.
With
Oh,
It
homosexuality?
just happened that two people were talking about
The same sort
the
of thing.
same
Okay. Hot
yeah,
topic, yes.
Hot topic,
Yes.
exactly.
I'm kind of confused about this this listener.
Yes, I think they have they're a little bit younger, so they don't exactly understand the relationship between males and females, I think.
Okay.
But I do know back when I was around that age, it was a little bit different hanging out with females. We weren't at that age yet. Girls had cooties back then. So, so I understand why the guys, like the friends may be like off-putting, but I'm not sure if dressing her up as a male is going to prevent them from thinking that you're gay.
Yeah. I think teenagers, they tend to overanalyze social situations.
Yeah.
So I would just say, I wouldn't sweat that interaction. I would just go ahead and hang out with whoever you want to hang out with, because at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter who you hang out with.
If hanging out with girls makes you gay, I'm just a little confused.
Yeah, that's also... yeah.
At what age did you guys start like hanging out with girls?
It's a middle school kind of question.
Yeah.
Hanging out. Had a solid best friend in 8th grade who's a girl. Yeah.
Yeah, back half of middle school, probably. I'd say.
Back half of middle school.
I'd say the front fourth of high school. That's when I started.
Yeah, I think like 7th, 8th grade. That's when I kind of started seeing girls as equals.
Okay.
Not that they weren't equal.
Wait,
Okay,
wait,
no.
let's, we'll
Okay,
edit that
I want to
out, yeah.
retract that statement.
We'll edit that
No,
out.
Is this
I mean,
There's a slight delay. Oh,
Good
okay.
love.
I mean more as like we can hang out with them.
Yeah,
because
no, I
they
understand.
weren't. I wasn't as afraid of them.
I
so,
understand. Yeah, I understand.
Yeah,
Equal in your fear.
my fear exactly. Oh jeez. Okay, so we have one last question here. It's a little bit longer, and it's called "Any tips on becoming a policeman?"
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay, here it goes. Okay, my brother Andrew is very skilled. Seriously, I mean it. Very, 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 very skilled. He has a slingshot, and one day he robbed a store, so a policeman chased after him for 4 hours, but he managed to escape. Then Andrew climbed up on top of a store and fired his slingshot, and bam, bam, bam! The policeman got knocked out. Andrew didn't want to kill him, so...
It's a quick slingshot.
Yeah, it is, yeah. Andrew didn't want to kill him, so instead he took the policeman's badge. Then the chief of police came and said, "Who's that lying on the ground?" Then Andrew said, "Oh, he's under arrest." Then the policeman said, "Hey, you're not a policeman." Andrew said, "I am. I stole the badge and he ain't a policeman anymore." "I am." The policeman responded, "Okay, sorry about that." He took the guy away, and Andrew went to a party and celebrated for the first day as a policeman. So if anybody wants to become a policeman, this is what you got to do. Oh.
Is this a
Oh.
question?
Yeah, it's,
What was the question?
looks like he answered the question himself.
We just got tricked.
Wait, did Andrew write this or his
They
brother?
just wanted airtime. That's all.
I think it's his brother. Yeah, his brother wrote this.
Okay.
But I don't really understand, brother of Andrew. You kind of answered your own question there.
Well, I don't. What was the original question? How to become a policeman?
Any tips on becoming a policeman?
But wait, so that was tips on how to become.
Okay,
a
so
policeman.
I mean, he didn't really answer it because I'm not really sure that story was entirely true. To be
sounds-
perfectly honest,
Is this the first time we're going to say that after those first two questions?
So I mean,
Sounds pretty legitimate to me.
I think the story might be made up, but maybe he is actually interested in becoming a policeman. So I think we could, because I don't think he really answered the question. I would say get a degree. That would be the first thing. Go to school, stay out of jail. Try not to talk to policemen in that capacity.
I just like
think
it
that would
that
help.
the police chief just went with this and
Yeah.
actually arrested the actual cop.
Yeah,
So.
do you know who the chief is? Maybe we could get him in the studio next week.
Was
Yeah.
it Northfield? Like, did you interact with him?
It is a Northfield. Northfield.
Oh, it is a
or
Northfield police
listener,
officer.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see if we can. I'll
You probably ran into him when you were listening.
Oh yeah,
listening
he
to
had
the awards.
3 marks on his face.
There we go.
Probably from a slingshot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably
Okay,
from
that
a
makes
His
sense.
automatic slingshot.
Yeah.
Pow, pow, pow.
Also, 4 hours. I'm assuming this kid wasn't driving, so that's a long foot chase. But
I missed that example, or I missed that What was with the 4 hours?
Yes, he chased after him for 4 hours.
4 hours.
Managed
Wow.
to escape, climb onto
Special
a roof.
edition of Cops this weekend.
Yeah, oh my goodness. The fact that he
4
still
hour
had the
chase.
stamina to fire some accurate
Yeah,
slingshots.
I doubt he
without
fell
feeling-
from
He's very
the,
skilled with the slingshot.
I doubt he fell from the slingshot. He's probably just exhausted.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah. That's true. Just now, like that was the tipping point. Just getting like hit in the head with a pebble. Just,
It's just like I think he just had a moment of levity. He was like, "What am I doing? I just chased this kid for 4 hours."
yeah. It doesn't even say like what. Oh no, he robbed a store. Never mind. Yes. So watch out for a police thief. I guess he's on the loose.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Public
Ryan.
service announcement.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. So any closing thoughts for this week's edition of Ask the Mac?
I would say keep on sending them in.
Yeah,
we've
we've been getting swamped with them recently.
we have yeah.
Yeah.
We've actually had to hire somebody to
What's the
sort
email
them.
address to send them to?
It is hwilliams@stoloff.edu. Just
Okay.
send it directly to him.
I really doubt it's H. Williams.
It's H. Williams.
Okay.
Yeah.
Most times we ever.
I think it's
Williams.
It's
Is it Williams?
It's Willa S. I don't know why I know this.
Okay.
WILLAH.
'Cause that's his
Oh
middle
yeah,
name.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's middle name.
Okay. Willa S.
Shout out to Hayden.
Try to make him questions next time, please.
Yeah,
Right,
we'll-
yeah, we'll
we'll
try to
Frustrating that
avoid
we just
the-
wasted airtime. on
Yeah,
a
we're
story.
trying to avoid the story.
Okay.
We love testimonials too, but it's not the time or the place.
Right. All right. Thank you so much.
Mm-hmm.
So we've been playing a lot of Beatles songs for the past every single episode of this show.
3 years
So
going?
we're looking to potentially transition as we think about maybe putting this show online somewhere. And I really have no idea how copyright stuff works at all. So we're going to look into playing other songs. And I was thinking, what song can I play that the owner of that song couldn't sue me? And then I realized
We know a musician.
we know a musician,
Yeah.
and that is myself and Tyler Rice. So this is our debut. This song is called Pete. You're So Sweet. I'm scrolling through my phone right now, so I apologize.
What's the band name called?
The band name is called Tyler and Dan.
Tyler
We're
and
keeping
Dan.
it simple right now. We're looking for suggestions, and it'll be up very soon.
Fitting
All
on
right.
this day though, because it's the Appreciation Day.
It
right?
is
Yeah,
National
he's
Appreciation
taking
Day.
some flack lately,
Yes.
and we just
Yes, he has been
little
getting
appreciation.
some flack. So this song goes out to you, Pete. I hope you enjoy.
You're so sweet. Pete, you're so sweet. Pete, I wanna be with you every single day of my life. Pete, I wanna be with you every single day of my life. I walked into the doors of Horny. I see my roommate in the hall. He said, "Hello, my name is Pete, and I'm so sweet."